monitoring devices, because here is where what is preached here, you can never hear it on the mainstream media. Never. Because all are controlled. But this is where we expose the raw truth. It is been established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Here, what we preach here, it calls for self-retrospect. Because here we don't pamper ourselves. You know, the way when you train a child by over-pampering, the kid will grow up to be a spoiled chap. But when you give him or her a stern education, disciplinary education, it doesn't mean that you hate the child, but you want him to be something in future. Although during that time as a child, it might be painful, because it happened to me. It happened to me as a child. My parents gave me a very stern education. No nonsense. I'm telling you. At that time, it was painful. It was so hard and painful as a child, because you don't understand. You never understood. But when you grew up, when you became or become matured, now you start thanking your parents. I have a friend that grew, he didn't know how to even, as a bachelor, I had a friend. He didn't know how to, the only thing he knows how to do is, cooking, is boiling water. Apart from boiling water, he don't know how to, even and he was regretting, as an adult. He says his mother that pampered him, pampered him into rottenness, that he don't even know how to do anything, I tell you. But I wouldn't know Bako picking like us. Hey, we there. We there. Because that was how we were trained. So this my friend, that time, he was highly bittered against the mother. He said, this is what my mother did to me. Anytime he said, no. That time they were small, they were little thing. He thought that, oh, the mother loved him too much. But now he started blaming the mother. We now that thought that, oh, our parents don't love us, so they give us punishment if they tend us to do we thought before even in gas school, we thought that the thing is too much. This parents have, but after we know how to do things. If you grow up in a village, you will understand what I'm saying. So, this is what we are doing here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instituted this radio in a very stern way, so that we start looking ourselves in the mirror and judging ourselves. Because when you judge yourself, no person will judge you. That is it. So what we do here, it is not something abstract. This is how the Europeans looked at themselves in the mirror and judged themselves and said, look, that they are foolish. They have to ask questions and rise up in order to fight for what belongs to them. And today you can see the result. Do you understand me? That is what we are doing here. Gone are the days when we come, the Europeans, they use all these nonsense praises. Oh, black is beautiful. you people, we protect your right. We have to give you your right. Are you giving? Why? Who? Why should you give me my right? Why? Under what? Why shouldn't I have the same right with you? You are giving me. Why shouldn't even I have my right? I have the right now. Give to you. Why? We should be on equal basis. And the only way to achieve this is what? By judging ourselves, telling ourselves the truth. Do you understand? If as we are foolish, we say we are foolish, so that we can change. Our leader started by calling us monkeys, and rightly so, because of the way we reason. And I tell you, I looked in the mirror to check myself, because I say, let me go and check myself. And I watch the mirror. Now kataka heavy rhesus monkey glaring onto me, glaring back at me through the mirror. I'm saying, hey, as in Nnamdi Kanu, you are right. Oh, we are monkeys and baboons. The way we reason. You understand? And it spurred me into action to start thinking in another way around. And that is how it should be. You understand me? That is how it should be. We should be thinking in another way around, and not the same thing, the same way, so that anaghị anyị aka ka ụmụaka premature or underage children. The Europeans, they always, hey, Africa is dying of hunger, please help them. CNN will be, hey, and then I pity all the time. And our so-called political elites love it, because they work with the colonial masters, so that they will be bringing money, and they know that it's going into the hands of the politicians and stealing everything dry from our land. They love it. Anywhere they show the picture or videos of African children, Africans. Oh, they are suffering. They don't know how to do things. Please let us help them do their thing. Can you help give them, even if used clothes? Because they are nude. Look at the African children, they are nude. They don't have shirts. They never even eat. They will be dying of hunger. Or let us send the food to them. Help us. Help African children. And they will be showing it on BBC, television, Al Jazeera, CNN, all the time. So that wherever we are as Africans, they see us as helpless people. They send their almost expired foodstuffs to Africans. They test their medicines, their untested drugs on African children and the population. As they are testing, they have every access to milking our natural resources. And they made Africans very lazy, not to solve their own problems, to depend on the white people to solve their problems. Just like as a religion has made it. Islam religion is from white people, the Arabs, they are whites. Muhammad is a white person. So the whole prophet from white people. Jesus also white. So, and they are serving Africans. They come to serve Africans. So why shouldn't Africa remain miserable, so that white folks be serving them, giving them as their savior? Do you see the problem we are having? Here on Radio Biafra, The restoration of Biafra is the changing of the status quo. I don't know whether you understand what I mean. The status quo should never continue. Do you understand me? We must never allow this stigmatization of being poor, always Africans, we need help. No. We should help ourselves. Every lasting solution should be local. You understand me? Therefore, without taking much time, please, I am going direct to bringing in Mazi, my host today, Mazi Aizayoba. Please welcome to the program. Wachineke Kebo. Ndewo, can you make your introductory statements? Mazi Aizayoba. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi Aizayoba, can you hear me? What is happening? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I don't know. Something is wrong. Mazi, which means Mazi, Obuake Nanum. I don't know. Mazi Aizayoba was not hearing me, so let me reboot the system I was using on him and bring him back in. Sometimes all these things could happen. It is normal. It is normal. So let me see bring Mazi Aizayoba back so that he could be hearing me. But we must continue what we are doing. Please, we are here live and direct. Today is the 15th day of May 2023. You can listen to us through satellites, our FM stations in many parts of Biafra land. Also on IPOB Community Radio, you can hear our voice or our voices. And go to Facebook, you can hear us or listen to us from Radio Biafra Hausa-Service live, Radio Biafra Hausa-Service, IPOB Rapture Media, the Biafra Digest, many of them streaming our voice live. Therefore, Mazi Aizayoba, I hope you can hear me now. Can you?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Very good. Welcome to the program. Please, without taking much time, please go on to introducing yourselves before we go dive into the main stream of our outing today. Mazi, go on, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu. Thank you so much. And also, I want to thank Chukwu Kikabiama for a day like this, for having given us this opportunity once again to interact with our people. I want to appreciate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is actually, fighting so much hard for the freedom of his own people. He had denounced everything that is best known to him and focus on the freedom of his people. And of course, my special greetings to his wife, who is also on the front line of the heat of this Biafra restoration process. It's not easy to have a woman, to be on your side in a difficult time like this. It must be only a special gift from the Most High, Chukwokika. Can anyone have a wife or a woman like that in his side? Of course, I want to also appreciate our ESN commanders and our guys who are working inside the bush and also making sure that our women and mothers are not hurt. Of course, not hesitating to also greet our head of Directorate of State, Mazi, who has been with us here for a very, very long time. I know him for a very long time. I've worked with him from the zonal coordinator to national to European rep and now to even to the head of the directorate. We are also working, without no even looking at the back. And also I greet my European rep who I'm deputizing here, and the Biafrans and IPOB family worldwide. And I'm also saying, welcome to this evening edition. Please, we're going to have a very, very deep analysis and information that is needed for you to guide yourself, because as I have said, this Biafra restoration we are pursuing is very, very close now. It's within sight. It's all we need now is a little bit of coming together, a bit of tip, and the whole thing will come before our eyes. So remain resolute and also stay tuned. Bring your slate and chalk, as our leader always say, and to listen to what we are going to discuss today. We are going to do it in a grand style, in a way that you never seen before. And Mechuku Kabiama help me in this tonight. Thank you very much, Mazi. I stand by.
There were Mazi, Isayopa. Let me just dive into just some few news headlines before we go into the main topic or discussions of today, please. Mazi. Mazi, there is this, when I check the news, every time I see terrorists killing people, sacking villages in the north, in the east, in the west, in the south, they are taking indigenous lands in everywhere in Nigeria, because the Fulani, they didn't hide it, or their intention. They didn't hide their intention that Nigeria belongs to them. So, and we are watching openly, they are making good that threat, their threat, that they will take over all Nigeria. That is the Fulanization. Some call it Islamization, but sometimes I say I beg to differ, because there is a very slim line. The Fulani, the Caliphate is using Islamization in order to Fulanize everybody. The same way they use Nigeria illusion in order to impose themselves on everybody. Babangida is not a Fulani. Abdesalam Abubakar is not a Fulani. Abacha is not a Fulani person. Gawon is not a Fulani. All these northern heads of state. But the Caliphate, in their smartness, they presented to these people that, oh, don't worry, you are fighting, for Nigeria. And they are taking over gradually, using these people. Once they use you, they can do away with you if necessary. They use other indigenous people in Nigeria in order to kill us Biafrans from 1966 to 1970. And today, they are slaughtering every indigenous people in that zoo called Nigeria. In the northern part, they are taking over. They are taking over lands. It's not a hidden thing. Many communities are being run down, are in short being taken over by the Fulani terrorists. And the original owners of the land are now in IDP camps. You know, the same way in South Africa, they removed the South Africans, the Zulus, the Xhosas, the indigenous Ndebele, South Ndebele. They removed them from their ancestral lands. And the white people took over. You know, they will measure thousands of acres of land, which includes villages. I say villages, tens or hundreds of villages at a time, and one white man will be the owner. People inside that village will not know what is happening. One day they'll just see white military officers coming to uproot everybody, say, get out, this is my land, we have taken it. And they will go and give them what they call township. In the Nigerian case is the refugee camp. You know, they baptize it and call it IDP camp. You know everything about Nigeria. The same way they baptize now the Fulani terrorists, they are calling it, they called it, they named it bandits. From bandits, today it is gunmen. So that when you hear gunmen attack and kill 50 people in Zamfara and take over their villages, you will also hear that the gunmen attack and carry and took somebody's telephone in Onitsha. So you compare them, it's the same thing. Do you see how the Fulanis, they are smart? So, but Mazi, what troubles me is this. All these are happening to the whole indigenous population in Nigeria at a time by a tiny group of people, the Fulani. You know, I was careful to make my researches, and I found out that in 2014, prior to 2015, 2014 and 2015, if you go to Google to inquire the population of Fulani, the Fulani population in Nigeria, in the zoo called Nigeria, they will tell you 1.8. It was exaggerated anyway, 1.8 as the percentage. But today, after 8 years, all of a sudden their population in Nigeria, type Google, it is 6%. 6% is killing 94% of the indigenous population. And all everybody is doing is lamenting, calling the same caliphate in order to come and save them. Mazi, this is troubling. This is troubling. Every time you watch or listen to the zoo news, you will see massacres upon massacres upon massacres by the same people. Now, today I saw, let me read the news here. 3 soldiers fear killed, 10 others wounded in ambush by ISWAP terrorists in Borno. This is in Borno. And also, suspected terrorist blows up himself in Kaduna as secret police DSS arrests wife, children. These are when you scroll down to the Nigerian news, you see massacres by the same people, the Fulani, and they are killing the indigenous people, the indigenous population. But what troubles me is this, the question I ask: why can't these people join together in order to fight this open menace? All that matters to them is fixing Nigeria. No, let us pray that Nigeria will be good. Oh, let us vote. Oh, let us do this and that. Mazi, please come into this before we go to the mainstream of our discussion. Please, Mazi.
Right. Yes. Thank you very much. You said quite a lot of few things here that we need to aggressively look into. First of all, I will have to say this: our leader, Mazi Kanu, remains our leader. No matter what the Nigerian government is doing, what we are assuring them, the more they delay the release of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the more they aggravate us more, the more they make us even look more resilient. Because you know, even if we think to back down, we now look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still, you know, fighting very strongly there, and we said, okay, we're not going to give up. You know, we're not going to give up. So therefore, we are not going to give up on Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At the same time, holding him is not going to deter us. At the same time, we are not going to, you know, allow any inch. We are not saying, you know, a half. We are not going to allow any inch of Biafra land to be given to the Fulanis. Anywhere in Biafra land, not an inch. So we are letting them know. The more they hold, they are wasting their time holding our leader. At the end of the day, everything will, you know, they have offended us. They have done their worst. So we cannot expect anything more than what they have done 1967 till up to this date. So they have made us to believe that we are not a part of this contraption. And we are letting the world know, reminding the world and also our people, that Nigeria expired December 2013. That was the time Nigeria expired. It completed 100 years of amalgamation of Lugard from Britain, Scotland. But it's only animal that will allow themselves to be used for an experiment. Unfortunately, this experiment only, you know, took place much more in a black race, and more especially in Nigeria, as they call it, where, you know, reasonable people who claim that they're educated are sitting there. Somebody is using them as experiments, you know, for over 100 years. And the man says after 100 years, he knows that these are oil and water that are not compatible. And they have right to go their separate ways. Now the 100 years have gone, and till this very moment, the black race, will I say, the Nigerians or the indigenous people living in Nigeria have not realized that they have, you know, left them out from the, you know, the slavery. But Mazi, based on what you're saying, Fulanis realize that after the British left Nigeria, you know, somehow they realized that the vacuum was there, and the indigenous people never realized that the, you know, the colonial masters have somehow walked away, and also give a tip off to Fulanis, who happens to be a part of the instrument that they used to, you know, colonize the zoo. But do you blame them? They say they saw a vacuum and they take an opportunity for it. But one thing Nigerians did not understand is that, or indigenous people in Nigeria did not understand is that, you know, Nigeria has been hijacked before their eyes. And due to the hatred these people, some of these indigenous people, which British instigated, underline that, British instigated the hatred of Biafrans or Igbo race, as the case may be. They are the one that started it. And this is what is killing Nigeria in this very moment. The hatred they have on the Igbo race cannot allow them even to think normal. And the Fulani have seen that hatred tools is also working. And they adapted that, you know, tools. Use it on, you know, indigenous people. And the indigenous people are so blind, they could not see it. They could not see what is beyond their nose. And then we are hoodwinked to hate a particular race in Nigeria for no particular reason. Why these people now start going from the back, from the behind, start killing them and taking their land. Now, so this is exactly the situation the indigenous people found themselves in Nigeria. And now, you don't need to blame much the Fulanis, because who find opportunity and trying to use it in the best way they can they find some selfish Igbo politicians, because we're going to go there. This is where the whole problem lies. And also, this Fulani is also, I understand, sometimes they say we shouldn't talk about this, but there's no, I've said it, I don't know how possible it is for us not to talk about it sometimes, or use it, because it's something that happens to us. And this is what is affecting us, even till now as we speak. The Fulanis understand, that religious is a tool to control the masses and to also conquer and invade. If you look at anywhere the British invaded, before they go there, they'll first of all, either they send their missionaries, they will go there and soften the ground, or they will have gone there, decimated the place, and then send their missionaries to water everything down for them to feel like, it was God, it was the will of God, it was your fault, why you were invaded, why you were killed, what happens to you, it was all your fault. So these preacher men and these, missionaries will go there and water the ground for them. It's only in some areas in Arab, some areas that these missionaries, when they go there, before they will know it, the indigenous people there will attack them and chase them away, because they know what they are coming there to do. So Fulani found Muslim or Islam as a tool to conquest, and they have to use it judicially very, very well. And you see how they have succeeded somehow, taking almost divided Yoruba into two. And also trying to, it's only in the East they are struggling to dip their Quran across the Atlantic. But somehow they are making a headway. Now, if you look at Akpabio, when he had that brother Akpabio, the former governor of Akwa Ibom, when he had that he's gonna be given the slot or the
Senate presidency,
the Senate president, he was saying inshallah. So you can now see that these people have masterminded the tool that the colonial masters have used to overtake many countries in this world.
Mazi, do not forget. Mazi, do not forget. Let me come in here for you to continue. Do not forget that Badia Biamila, who was a Christian before he became, the National Assembly Speaker, he was forced to convert or reconvert into Islam, and immediately he said, which one be? He went to Mecca immediately. I think it was either 2019 or 18 or 20, something thereabout. I don't know whether you have forgotten. So, and everybody, Nigerians joked about it. Oh, this man, wow, he don't, So that is the truth. And Mazi, do you know one thing also? I noticed. In Lagos, I think in Ikoyi Island, there is a place they call is it Murtala Mohammed Way? It goes into the ocean. That road, Murtala Mohammed Way. So they made it. Is the road of Mohammed. They put Murtala Mohammed, but they know everything the caliphate is doing. It has some connotations that they are dipping the Quran into the ocean. You understand? So it tallies with what you are saying. That is the very unfortunate situation we are in. But Mazi, continue before we go into the main issue. Please go on.
Yes. So these people knows exactly how to play their card, and this is exactly what we are telling our people somehow to wake up. The masses to wake up, and some people misinterpreted it. And how clever these people were. Somebody sent me a message the other day saying that their DSS officers, they are going to be instigating the other organization somehow. They are the one behind it. The man sent it to me straight away. Said that they are the one behind it, championing it from whoever. I don't know who they are in contact with. So to cause more disaffection and confusion. And this subject has been discussed here for a very, very long time. It has been a part and parcel of this movement, and through it, some of us changed. Through it, some of us started reasoning. Onyendu also have battled with this. So, and it's just for our people to to be aware of the danger and and to realize that if we are not paying attention now, this thing we will be here. These people will overrun us the way the speed that they are coming. Now, if not IPOB, if not IPOB, I don't think there is any other organization or group or individual that understands the trend and the speed these traitors or these Fulanis Janjaweed are coming to invade our land. If not IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at this critical time, I don't know how it happened. I cannot explain it. How Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB emerged at this very moment. By now, with the way these people have played their politics and still with the resistance of IPOB, and they are trying their best to scale through. Imagine that IPOB is not here. So these people knows what they are doing, but there are people they are working with. They know. I will also even say that in Yoruba land, somehow the Yoruba, clergymen also understand almost the tools. It's only that we are pushing them back. I mean, not ordinary Yoruba on the street, but I'm talking about those ones who are instruments of the government as well, like Oyodepa, Deboye, Kumuyi, and all this. These are, as I said, these are former Muslims. These are former Muslims who understand the game. The game, so they went in on time. Also, whenever something happens, you will see them. They will use their platform to pull the crowd towards either Fulani Northerner or the Northerner Muslim, or to their own. They have those used to their purposely for their political endeavor. Well, I said for their political gain. But we are telling our people to understand the game these people are playing. Sometimes they will even come to our land. They will use even the platform that is meant for our people, use it to launder their image as they are, playing all inclusive. Before you know it, then they will do it our people and make their way. So this thing we are talking about here is something that, that we need to say it the way it is for our people to understand. We are not here for, to show off. We are not here just to antagonize anybody. We are not here to antagonize, organization. We are here because we've been affected. We have been killed. Nobody is speaking for us. Nobody is supporting us. Those who are ones we call our counterparts in Europe, in the West, they are not even, caring about our well-being. What we have been going through, in fact, they supported those who are, isn't it ironic that the Fulani terrorists and bandits, they changed it from herdsmen to Fulani to now bandits and also Boko Haram and all the rest of it. There have not been any kind of outpour to condemn the activities of these people. But how did these people manage to get the Nigerian, religious leaders, like Muslims and all those, some of our own people, and also getting some, their medias as well, to now say that IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is only carrying flag, demanding for the self-determination of our people that have never killed anybody. We are registered across Europe. We are registered across America. We are registered across even the Arab world. We are registered in a lot of places. Now, these people have not found any fault on us as people who are dangerous or who sees us as Nigerians. No, they don't even see us as Nigerians, because once you mention about Biafra, people now want to engage you. They want to, engage in some certain discussion and maybe even business if that needed is needed. Now, these are the things that how did these people manage to convince the large number of Nigerian population now to see IPOB saying that IPOB is a terrorist organization? Can anybody in their rightful mind, and we have our people, we have our clergymen, we have people are going to be who are looking at this thing happening, and every blessed day, these people will see a young Igbo man going on the street, and they will catch him, say that he's an IPOB, they will parade him. But we have not seen Fulani terrorists like you read now, where they gone and even kill soldiers. But unfortunately, it's not making a headline, Maz. It's not making a headline. So this is the situation we find ourselves in. Let me just yield here if you want to, let's go into more other things we need to talk about.
Of course, Mazi. Let us go into the main subject matter. You know, Mazi, I took a time to listen to your critical analysis on your private platform you made few days back. I think after 11th or 12th, I think on the 13th. The 12th or 13th.
Yes.
I don't know. I've forgotten. So, and there, you started analyzing that the problem we Biafrans have is our Igbo politicians. That we should stop looking outside like that. Now, it gave me a food for thought. I started rethinking. Yes, I say yes. You're right. Before this 2023 election, even in 2015, all the Igbo politicians were just like, hey, let us do is Buhari will give Igbo presidency. Okay, let us support him. I could remember a bunch of Igbo old men singing Akanchawa. Hey, I think it was 2019. Akanchawa, Buhari Gachi. They threw their support, saying that after Buhari, even after is an open campaign for Buhari, it is only Buhari that will give Igbo's presidency. So, in all this deception, they promised all the Igbo politicians to be either the president or the presidential candidate or the vice. Wike, Okowa, Devo Mahi, even in Naiwodo. To the extent that these people started killing, they slaughtered our people in the name of making way for Igbo presidency 2023. That IPOB is trying to spoil something for them. They remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the way with their money. I had even your analysis upon it. So, all of a sudden, they made the statements, many of them, including former Governor Anambra State Governor, they made the statements that, look, if they didn't give zone the presidency to Igbos in 2023, that heaven will fall. They will start following IPOB. Some of them, different things. No, they killed the thousands of Biafrans, mostly Igbo Biafrans, in order to pave way for Igbo presidency. Today, even they are crying for as little as Senate presidency. No way. They cornered them and gave it to our people also, but in the Akpabio, in order to allow them, make them understand that you people are not like the Igbos. We love you. You are, the impost. We say that we are just like dots, that he will corner us. This is what he means. So, Mazi, I want you to come full, please. What prompted you, and what do you mean by we holding the Igbo politicians accountable and responsible for what is happening? Because we are still watching. Because some of them are still hallucinating that on the 29th, maybe God will come down from heaven, as they are praying, that he will turn everything around. Mazi, please, over to you.
Yes, Mazi, thank you so much once again. Biafrans, this is the main, I think one of the main reasons why you invited me on this program today, just to give more more clarity on this kind of situation that we find ourselves in. Mazi, I'm going to say this once again and without mixing any words. Despite that we do have enemies who want us eradicated, because this is the initial plan of the British, because of the resources and also the resistance they met when the first missionaries came, and the war of Arochukwu and the Ekumeku. So they vow to eradicate Igbo race, but even or Biafrans, as the case may be. Even Hiroshima bomb could not eradicate Japanese. Why would they think that they can do that? But as the case may be, they managed to kill over 7.2 million with the information we had here. Population of nearly 14 million at the time during the Biafran 1967. According to the record, closely 14 to 15 million, Biafrans, and 7 million out of that, was murdered in a cold blood. Today, the British are pretending like nothing happened, and our people are also being hoodwinked with what they brought to them to distract them completely to distract them. And that is why sometimes we are trying our best to poke to poke their mind, to understand that what is happening to us is beyond anyone's imagination. Until we realize it, we need to be the one that to start, questioning some certain things. The mission of this particular organization, what led to it, how did we become it, has it helped us? Where are we now? Why are we still being killed in one particular reason through what they brought us in? Now, regarding what you are just what we're saying here, the Igbo politicians, which I said that the Fulanis have played the clever game, same way they learned it from the British. So we're not surprised where they got it from, how they are doing it. And the British is guiding them very, very well, and it's working. It's working. Somehow, relatively, the Yoruba, mega pastors also adapting the same system. Now make Ozindi will dry, even without them knowing it. Now make her, now make her through oil, and now make her through resources, and now make her through importations and exportation, and now make her, through also the organization that they have their mushroom churches here and there across Igbo land. Like I said, almost 5.5 billion naira is leaving Igbo land every Sunday. 5.5 billion every Sunday to Yoruba land. This one are not the church, the European one. No. This is only just all these, But let me just not deviate. Now, who are the people involved in this? Igbo politicians, as I said, should be held accountable of everything that happens to us and what we are going through today. What Igbo politicians committed in Biafra land is atrocity. I am saying it with every venom in me. What Igbo politicians did is a pure sacrilege. I don't know if we can ever forgive these people. I don't know. Because what they did is something that no other race in this world, go and check it. And we are calling them out tonight. Let them listen very well. Whoever that knows them should tag them that they should hook onto Radio Biafra tonight. What we are saying to our people for them to know exactly where their problem is also coming from. Why am I saying this tonight? Is to let our people know that the Igbo politicians is as evil as they can get.
These Igbo politicians are wicked, and what they have done to our race and to our generation. No race in this world, no group in this world have ever committed this atrocity to their own people. This is Igbo race. Biafrans are Igbo race that Lugard himself, who amalgamated Nigeria, called them great Igbo race. Great. These are our people who claim that they are smart. They want to be politics, a politician by all means, not for the interest of our people. They want to, make paper money, not for anything else. You can see the reason why today they are dragging to be governors and to be, having one post or the other in the east, not even to the Nigeria in the east. It's exactly what you see that is happening in Enugu today, whereby Ugwani and some of his cronies gathered themselves around, invited the Chinese to come and reopen and start mining the coal in Enugu. This is, if you don't know, this is the reason why these criminals want to everybody, every of these bad belly politicians want to cling onto power. Where a governor of Enugu ganged up with the criminals and fraudsters, invited the Chinese to come in our land in Enugu to be mining gold without anybody knowing it, without anybody benefiting it. And our youth are jobless. Our youth are not employed. Rather, they would direct them to go and be praying in the church. That is where their problem will be solved. Why Chinese have brought out machines, equipment, come in our land, mining our coal and taking them to China without us benefiting any goddamn thing. And our youth are being shot on everyday basis on the street of Biafra land. And go to that China, what we are saying here, go to that China and see the thousands of Igbo youth in the prison in China. Go to China and see Igbo youth in prison. Tell me anybody, any Nigerian company that is in China mining or digging anything in China, anywhere outside the zoo. But these people will come in our land without any consultation, without employing our people. They will be mining our natural resources, polluting our local rivers and streams. Our people will be drinking a very polluted water, and they will be having cancer. You will see them having tumor. You will see them having what do you call ulcer. You will see them having the other one that this our brother is always bringing out. What they call it?
Kidney failures. Kidney failures and kidney failures.
And all these things.
Go on, Mazi. Go on, Mazi.
What these people are doing in our land. Politicians and the Fulani who overrun the zoo, who hijack the zoo, find it willing tools they are using to operate on Nigeria. You had Buhari, the so-called, imposter. You saw their picture where those group of mafias we are laughing took picture of themselves, which I posted here on social media. How they ganged up and be running the zoo with masks. Nigerians refuse to even see the difference between their president during the whole period of COVID-19 lockdown. Their president could not come out and address them, where every president in this world we are addressing their countries every minute of the day because of the hatred they have on our people. The same politicians now, Igbo politicians we are talking about, we are the one who left our people for 3 good months during the COVID-19. Our Igbo politicians. And The World Health Organization sent food, and these wicked Igbo politicians hodled it until the food got spoiled in a warehouse. All of them got rotten in a warehouse. Igbo politicians. Igbo politicians. 2015 here. Igbo politicians. Amechi, all of them ganged up against a fellow Igbo man. And our people unanimously, ordinary people unanimously voted for Jonathan. The whole Igbo race and both coastal region and all those uplands, they voted unanimously. It was still some Igbo politicians who Fulani we are using, were the one going about supporting the traitor, the dictator himself. The Dulad of Daura happens to be Buhari. And who do they use? Igbo man, Amechi, sponsored, single-handedly sponsored Buhari's president. And he got into power. After a year and a half, the man devoted to the ghost. And anybody that knows Buhari at the time will know that there's nowhere you see Buhari you will not see Amechi, either in the front or beside him. But once this man was gone, they removed Amechi straight away. Amechi now stays on the gates. They took him to the north for a couple of period, and they asked him to go in the east and remove all the railway tracks. He went and removed all the colonial masters railway tracks they put in our land. Igbo politicians. The same Amechi, the one that vowed, fight tooth and nail to make sure Jonathan did not make it the second time. Amechi is an Igbo name. And he came openly and said that nobody can deny him his identity. He put it to me to make him feel like he's a part of Yoruba. But the Yoruba knows now. The Yoruba knows. The same thing in Wike. Wike came in. They played him. Wike said that he's not an Igbo. Wike, he says he's not an Igbo. Dele Momodu, a Yoruba man, called him, interviewed him, because he knows that he's lying to himself, to disgrace him on social media. Today, that video I still have it. If you post it on social media now, Facebook will ban you. It's a video. An interview made to Wike. But Facebook, these people buy social media. They use the money in the East to buy social media that you don't even post a news made on social media, the same social media platform. It was on Facebook that this video was made. But Facebook cannot allow you to post it. You post it now, they are banned him. We can stand openly and say that he's not an Igbo. And they said to him, you want to be a president, go and kill your fellow Igbo people. He asked them, how is he going to do it? He said, okay, we don't see IPOB. The same weekend now went to Obibo, massacred thousands of our people. Over 1,500 Igbo young women and young boys were taken to the Niger State. 900 of them were released by the effort of the leadership of IPOB. And some Igbo young women were raped to death. Some of them, their ovary were destroyed when they were released. Who did this? It is an Igbo son. Mazi, on this note, I'm even believing that some of these politicians that the Fulani is appointing to be the governors and whatever position they have in Igbo land, I'm believing that these people are not 100% blood the Igbo people. I don't know where they got them from. And if you look at them, most of them did not grow in the village.
Mazi, in that assertion, I might agree and also a kind of not completely agreeing. Because like in that your program, I listened. You gave a personal instance when you wanted to travel for the first time. That one Mr. Lawrence confessed among other Yoruba people, the leader, their chief, they are the airport, Airport. If I'm not mistaken, it's one Mr. Lawrence is an Igbo man from Umuahia. He confiscated your visa, your boarding pass for you not, and you confronted him. Say, what happened? One day, only Igbo come. He said, if you go out now you make money and start coming. When you come back, start showing you. I said, nothing more. So, you can as well say, that person is not a pure Igbo man. So sometimes when you look at what is playing out at the upper echelon or the hierarchy of Igbo political setting or Igbo politicians, you can as well see them playing on the ground. I mean, at the lowest cadre. The jealousy. So sometimes personally I say this is highly sophisticated, more than we can just point a finger that no, these are not all Igbos 100%. Yes, there might be some that are like that, but sometimes I see the actions of even lower Igbo cadres as worrisome. You see some Igbo people, they will go carry their own brother, I say their own brother, to go and use him as a guarantee. Or what do you call this thing? Keep it to foreigners as a guarantee, and they will carry their goods and run away. They don't care whether their brothers are dead. They kill their brothers. They don't care. So you as well see that if somebody that in the form of buying and selling or any type of business will take his own brother in order to guarantee as a sacrificial lamb for him to be rich. Imagine if he enters political office. Hope Uzodinma you are seeing today, he has killed even when he was a 419, because they do ritual sacrifice, human sacrifice, in order to boutique that time when he was far from being a politician. So the natural character he has is what he's still exhibiting as a politician. So sometimes I see it as, yes, it might be right that they are not all 100% Igbos, but sometimes you see the characters of some people that are not even, that you can see that are not even of this higher echelons, very worrisome. These people they were dealing with us, their brothers and sisters, killing us just for them to be appointed as a president of Nigeria come 2023, which have just passed, and none of them, even they were sidelined. So Mazi, continue from where you stopped, please, before I get you mixed up.
Yes,
Go.
Mazi, what you're saying here, the question I would have put across now, when did this thing start getting worse? Because this thing you are talking about now did not exist so much during the Biafran War. Because if you look at our people, our fathers, who actually fought vigorously for 3 good years, unannounced, unprepared, these people volunteered themselves and stood their ground to defend our land, that these people are coming back again to, by kind of means of politics now to take over the land. Now, if you look at, you will see that our parents in those days, they are, like the other day you were talking about your father talking about Fulani, once a Fulani person in those days walk by and touch it by accident and touch Igbo female, they will not bath for a couple of days because they have touched a holy Igbo woman, which is very, very difficult to get at the time. So now what you would ask, what happened after the war and during the the attack of Igbo land, Biafra land, if you like. And when I talk Igbo land, I mean the coastal region and the upland. These people, what they did during that time, a lot of our women were forcefully raped. Remember the first attack they launched in 1953. We are not talking about 1945, but 1953, the attack, I think, and also 1956, where they slaughtered Igbo soldiers and everything in Nigerian setting. So you can see that during that, our women were raped. Most of them, gave birth to these people you are seeing now. And I can tell you, if you ask me, how does a Fulani knows these traitors and appoint them and put them into power over our people, even when our people unanimously vote for the person they know who will represent them? How do they know it? Because they have the record of who their ancestors meet in Igbo land and where they have families who will deliver our land to them. Because no bloody Igbo man, if you see reasonable one of them back home, they still speak with that authority. They don't compromise. Those people who actually stood their ground and fought 1967, the remnants of them are still, well respected in our community today. Do you understand what we are going through? Now, what these Igbo politicians, these so-called Igbo politicians did, is to serve the interests of their slave masters, which I was talking about how, Chibika Mechi played a significant role in bringing this man into power. That he died, they now seized the opportunity, go and make a mask and bring somebody. The same man now, just a few days ago, came on national television and said that if they disturb him, he will run back to Niger State or Niger Republic.
Niger Republic.
Which our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, broadcast about this particular individual 2021 before his arrest, before his kidnapping. That the man there now, the Al-Sudani is gone. The Jubril himself is gone. The man that is there is Mohammed Yusuf from Niger Republic. Niger. He said it. And today, the man have come on the Nigerian national television and is accepted that he's from Niger and he's not a Nigerian. Now you can see the reason why thousands of cars, fleets of cars were bought and sent to Niger. Now, again, you come to during the time of Rogers Abuawasa. You can see Rogers is not a core Igbo man. He used Uduku's instituted party to get into power. Of course, the Fulanis knows. They had him there. He came there and do the bidding. Now, if you look at Ohakim somehow, relatively was doing a little bit. He was doing a little bit. I visited home when Ohakim put a bus services that goes commute within Owerri, Imo State. People we are jumping it like the way we are doing in the Western world here. You jump into a bus, you go to work. You pay little amount of money because it's a government bus. A lot of people were employed. The only man who come a little bit close to what then Sam Bakwe was doing, or Hakim, he did that. Now, again, somebody who happens to be our own, we respect, we call them the spiritual leaders, used his own platform. They went and get him because what Fulani want, they don't want anybody that will make Igbos feel at home or Biafrans feel at home or develop. They don't want it. What did our own clergymen did? They used their platform. They went to them and talked to him, give him Ghana must go back. He immediately come on social media and said that Onya Hakoro father here. Hakim remove. Now, the same time, few months later, he came back on social media and said that he lied to the people that Hakim never beat any Reverend Father. This is Igbo politicians and also Igbo clergymen, as I was said. Now, Hakim was removed. They brought this Rogers from the back door, who stopped Hakim progress in Imo State. Now, Rogers came and destroyed what the Sambakwe built. The sewage system we have in Imo State is only in Imo State across the whole zoo that you have a sewage system and pipe bomb waters. Rogers came and stopped them. I was hearing that Rogers was using concrete, pouring it into the sewage system. Now, when reinforced
even rural electrification, he destroyed them. Rural electrification. Rogers destroyed most rural electrification.
These are so-called, if you like, Igbo politicians. They did this thing just for Guinea 2023 election and the presidency. Remember, the same Igbo politicians, the so-called Rogers Okrausa, who were that time claiming he was Igbo leader. He was giving himself title like this Eperima guy. He was giving himself title every now and then, declaring himself with this. There's a Igbo leader, this one. He was declaring himself after declaration that he is going for presidency, that Igbos have chosen, the East have chosen for president. Other people who might have interest going for that 2015 election, they give way to Rogers Okrausa. That since he claims he's an Igbo man, nobody knows it because it's only IPOB. We realize that Rogers is half Hausa man or half Fulani or half Igbo. Now, this is the only time, people realize that this guy wasn't meant good for what he was saying. Now, the people who are supposed to come for presidency, who are supposed to come to do their own campaign, they just said, okay, Rogers, go for us. Now, almost 2 weeks or 3 weeks to the election time, Rogers said that he's yielding out for Buhari. Now, that's the entire hope. Those people who have interest, who could have come out and contest along the side, other people, they now dash their hope. It's Igbo politician, the same Igbo politician. They were looking for IPOB and Mazi and Nnamdi. Now, the so-called this guy, Okebeke, came. We can see what is happening today. The same Igbo politicians. Okebeke, Ihedioha came in here, unanimously won the election. Now, this is the time the Fulani starts testing the water. Ihedio has started immediately to reverse some certain things, begin to, I visited, he was also doing a lot of road work that time, road network. He started, doing some certain things. I have evidence and fact. About 7 months down the road, the Fulani said, no, this guy that is doing Imo State, building Imo State now, it seems that if we allow him to stay here till another for 4 years, he's going to make Igbo people to look back, to come back home. He was unceremoniously removed. And they brought this man now, like I said, how do they know these traitors, these treacherous individuals?
Mazi, can you hear me? Do not forget that
yes.
As they brought this Uzodimba, one of the first people that told Ihedioha to go and sit down is Iwanyawu. Iwanyawu, I've been saying it on here. Iwanyawu first, he told Ihedioha, do not make noise, just go and sit down, otherwise you become a political leper. That is the English he used. I was shocked. And Mazi, do not forget that Operation Python dance was dance in Biafra land, the first one to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because he was, according to them, Devo, Mahi, all of them, the Igbo politicians, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is heating up the polity and obstructing the chances of Igbo presidency 2023. You know, every slaughter, all the things that, you know, the Fulani used them, you know, was using them, manipulating them like marionettes, the way marionettes are being manipulated, in promising them, giving them the illusion of 2023. Don't worry, it's Igbo turn now. If only you can continue obeying us, kill your people, destroy IPOB. To the extent, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came sometime and say on A, how can you want to go and borrow money in a bank? The bank will tell you, go and destroy your collateral. Now you come, I will lend you money. Is it possible? That the collateral of these Igbo politicians is even IPOB. But the Fulani, the Caliphate is smart enough, manipulating them to just go and deal with IPOB. Then when you come back, we give you presidency. They unleash him from Wike to all of them, The promise is don't worry, Igbo presidency 2023. But now Mazi, how no do she again? To the extent, even the Senate presidency, Dave Omai said, now I withdraw, very, you know, as a obedient slave, I withdraw normally, you know. Mazi, what is all this? Mazi, please continue.
Mazi, if you look at the statement this guy made, Ojo Zokalo, he made a statement when this election was rigged. He immediately jumped out. You know him now. He jumped out quickly and said his father, Tinubu, if he said to him to step aside for Senate president, he will listen to him. And today he's the one crying when this man choose another person. Now he start crying that Senate president, he didn't know why Tinubu, he was hoping for to be there. He didn't know why he was asked to. You can see what these people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who come at the critical time when Igbo have lost their voice, the whole entire East have lost their grip on the zoo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came on board, started doing everything humanly possible, educating our people, and they also went to Abuja when they kidnapped him the first time and wrestled this power, this mandate, and return it back to the people when we have become almost irrelevant. And now, the same man who give them the platform, is who the Fulani went and told these people, go and stop him, go and get him. Go and get him. Once you get him, you will become the president, you will have the chance. Now, but these Igbo politicians were sitting there looking at a Nigerian general who came on social media and said that if Fulani and Boko Haram would drop their arm, they have the opportunity to become president of Nigeria. He said it in the open. He said it.
And Mazi,
he didn't condemn Fulani herdsmen. He didn't condemn the bandits.
Mazi, remember,
he said to them, drop your arm, you will have the chance to become the president.
Mazi, can you hear me?
Our own people were busy looking at the person who gave them the platform, who gave them the opportunity, who gave them the strength, the boldness. They came to contest for whatever they believe in.
Mazi, you know, interjection there. Can you hear me, Mazi? And do not do not forget that Sheikh Gumi, he openly defended the Fulani terrorists. First of all, he said the whole bandits are Fulani. It is on record. He said it, that he used to meet them, he knows them, the Nigerian government knows them, that they are, he can confirm that they are all Fulanis. But during the campaign on this election, past election, he openly said that, told the people not to vote for any politician, Nigerian politician, that will come to kill the terrorists in the north, the Fulani terrorists. That these people in Bubu, they are their warriors. He defends them. notwithstanding that they made people to become refugees in their own land. They kill people and slaughter people. But these people came on air, always come on the media, open press, and tell everybody that, look, these people are our warriors, terrorists. Heaven did not fall, and they still retain power. Mazi, Mazi, go on, please, go on. Just what I want to say.
My question I am asking to Igbo politicians and governors. Igbo politicians and governors. How many northern governors have openly invited the military to come and bomb their area and kill their youth? How many? We have a Motokun. How many Yorubas governors have invited the military to come and kill their youth? They are there sitting. They saw Igbo here. Let me just say this. Abraham said that there's no way you will be talking about injustice or looking to get your mandate while Onyendu is there. His own injustice is there looking at you. Now, we told them, so all these things you people did from 2015, we are not talking just the recent one. We don't want to go as far back as the Dr. Nnamdi and the rest of them. We are just talking in recent time, this one from 2015. All these things did.
Mazi, are you there? You're on hold. Somebody is disturbing your line. Can you hear me?
Yes, I think
yes.
I'm back, isn't it?
Yes, go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go on. Go on.
Yes. Now, so all this thing that they did in Igbo land, all these massive killings of our people, you did all these things for your so-called 2019 election. Nnamdi said that if you don't give us presidency in 2019, he give them deadline of 3 months. He gave them deadline of 3 months until Nnamdi left the office. Nothing happened. And they ganged up, brought Python dance, the first Python dance, the second Python dance. They brought Python dance in Imo, in the whole Igbo land in the east. And youth were decimated. Youth were massacred. Youth were kidnapped. Some of them are still in prison till today. Just for Igbo presidency 2019. They went as far as going to our leader's house. They kidnap our lead. They kidnap some ones they can actually lay their hands on, and they killed 28 men in attempt to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi. Igbo politicians, they are the one invited these military men. Okezikbaz gave the clearance for these people to invade a house of a king that the world knows that he's doing this. He's championing for self-determination for his people. They went to his house just for 2019 presidency. In the process, they killed over 28 men in his house. That Python dance with the record we had that time, over 700 Igbo young men and youth and women were killed in the whole Abia state. In the whole Abia state, people were being shot in their rooms. We saw the videos, pictures coming out. Young men, you see grown up, they will go to people's house, they will shoot them. Just for 2019 election. And 2019, before they could, everybody were looking so-called Atiku and the Disemobi. They won the election. The election was rigged as normal. Because they don't want an Igbo man to be the vice president. Atiku pretended like he didn't know what was going on. He pretended like, which we gave the analysis that time, that to look at what is going on, that the Fulani managed to
put their tentacles all over the place. The candidate that was coming from the west, you see a Fulani vice president. Then from the east, you see a Fulani president or Fulani president, and they use Igbo man, which they would have taken out as soon as they got into office. But all these things, what's his name? Atiku was in PDP. From PDP, he joined APC. From APC, he joined back to just to make sure that he distorted that, to make sure that he no East, no Igbo man, no Biafran that will ever have the opportunity to get the presidential ticket. He was jumping all over the parties to make sure that he positioned himself as the candidate, a true candidate. But our people were the one at the receiving end, being slaughtered. Igbo man playing a blind, dirty, filthy politics that they did not know. If Anyoba, we are all over the place gallivanting for Anambra State governor. Was pressurizing to go and meet Onyendu, because you know what he did. People did not know that at the time Ifeanyi was jumping all over the place. He was the one that brought the private jet Onyendu from Kenya. Mba confronted with the information. He said that was not his plane, it was his friend's plane, private jet. It is Igbo politician. They told them go and shut the mouth of Onyeka Nekutoku, who Onyeka need information. Mene respect. Mene at a point. Go and shut his mouth. Go and bring him for us. Go and kill him if possible.
Just for Igbo presidency.
He's playing politics. You don't know that those who are asking you are very intelligent. They wish if they have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Fulani. They wish if they have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a Yoruba person. They wish if they have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a Hausa man. Why in the East? The Eastern man, the Biafran man, the Igbo man who did not know Anyel Relena Karoraro. They are the one that contributed the money themselves. They contributed the money. They went to assassinate him. That one did not work. They contributed the money for Igbo presidency. Now you slaughtered Igbo youth in Ebonyi State. This guy could not let us hear word. David Umai. About Igbo presidency, he killed our people in Ebonyi State. Now the question Igbo president, all these Igbo politicians, the question okay, let's assume that P2B is innocent. We know P2B Bukurani. P2B killed our people. P2B killed our people, dumped them in Izu River. Over 150 Igbo, where the Yoruba Obasanjo told P2B, if I bring army you are demanding, they're gonna slaughter your people. P2B said no, bring him, we need him. And they gave him Nigerian soldiers. They came and they did exactly what they did. They slaughtered our people, decimated our youth. I don't even know how our population is growing a little bit. I don't even know. Because no race in this world have received the amount of killings we have received in Nigeria. No race. Constantly, every blessed day, Biafrans are being slaughtered. Every day. These people, P2B, killed our people. Dumped them in Izu River, where we are taking water and drinking. The only source of water, they didn't have any pipe-borne water in Anambra State. They do not, the ones they Sambakwe built, they have destroyed it in Imo State. The only livelihood of source of water we have is our rivers and streams. You go and kill Igbo sons and daughters, throw them inside the river. The sacrilege an Igbo politician committed in our land. Now the same people, Igbo presidency. You are talking about Igbo presidency. This is the reason why you people started
Since 2015, killing our people. 2019 came and gone. 2023, all of you came. You went and kidnapped your own son in another man's country. You contributed money. Went to another man's country, go and kidnap your own son for Igbo presidency. Now you have Igbo president. Somebody came out. Now, can anybody explain to me this Igbo politicians? Why did you not support Peter Obi? Nnamdi has been constantly in the last couple of weeks now. Dishing out Peter Obi should concede defeat. Peter Obi should concede defeat. Peter Obi should. This is Nnamdi in Enugu State. Everybody's seen the headline. But these are Igbo politicians. They said they want Igbo presidents.
Mazi, even Anambra State governor didn't support.
Could not support directly to his own brother.
No,
so
none of these politicians supported him.
All these killings of our people, decimating our youth, decimating our population, chasing our youth out, hanging and killing them, imprisoning them, dropping them in a borrow pit here and there, kidnapping of our leader. All these things you people did. Didn't make Peter Obi who now support. Unless you use Igbo president, who do you want to become the president in Igbo land? Since Peter Obi came out, all of you politicians could not support him. All of you. Now the same David Umaya just a couple of days ago said, I am stepping aside for even all their Senate president. The one that they demand. He said that he's stepping aside. Now the Fulanis have now given that position to those ones in our coastal region. You know what now? Now to use it to control those ones as well. Do you see how sophisticated these people are playing the politics on our people? Do you see how useless our politicians and our so-called clergymen are in Igbo land? Like I said, somebody came here talking about River Jordan. Naju, what about the river Kanu na Enugu State for 7 good years? After they buying this governor said wrote the place. River Krotola. And it's only when IPOB did some rituals of May 38 of Ndebunaga that river returned. People were going there bathing. The picture was all over the place on social media. We are going there taking water, bathing and healing. People in the energy but somebody is going to far, Arab country to promote the river that is there. So our people now will be going to pay huge amount of money now to go and contribute to the economy of that people. That this is River Jordan. They want to see River Jordan. Tell me any country in this world that have the kind of rivers and stream and waterfall we have in our land. Go and check. Go and check anywhere in this world. It's only in Biafra land you have everything. But they turn it against us. They condemn it. They ask you to condemn everything that has to do with us as a people, as a race. Our heritage, condemn completely. I know Eliani na politics. I know Eliani no church. I know Eliani na offering. I know Eliani na development. I know Eliani in import and export. I know Eliani even ordinary river. I now condemn everything that has to do with us. Igbo politicians and clergies. They did what they did. Now relegated the Igbo people or Igbo race. They put us into a stone age era. That is where they put our people now. Effort, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all the alliance. Like I said, ordinary Yoruba man is a good person. Some of them that I've met here, I can't tell you, this is Radio Biafra. You know, we say it the way it is. I have some of the Yorubas that I've met outside here, and some of them that I've met locally, like the one I gave testimony about, they are all nice. You may be talking about their politicians as very good. Do you blame them? Their politicians are playing a very good politics. Their church, clergymen are playing a very good politics, using the population for the interest of their people. So do you blame them? You don't blame them. Whatever politics they are playing it for the benefit of their people. It's only Jagaban that have raised people up to governorship and the presidency. This Jagaban you are talking about. His own people.
So do you blame him? Look at the other day, Jagaban was saying to responding to Mike, saying that I am owing you nothing. My boy will be the one that will reply you. And the idiot was laughing like a he-goat. The hopeless wicked, the useless mother wicked, the little Hitler, was laughing like a moron he is. They played him. They played him in the dark, promising presidency. Where is Tambuwal today? Do you see how they use Tambuwal to engage him? To go and slaughtered and decimated Igbo. Destroy our people. Over closely 1,000 people were killed. And the body of our people were thrown into Imo River. The sacrilege of Igbo politicians, what they did to our people. Today, the Igbos in politics now have been relegated. Basically, just look at. Now, this guy, Peter Obi, went there. They could not support him. Ordinary people sacrificed. The same IPOB. Sacrificed everything. And they were sitting there. This guy was robbed his mandate. None of them is talking. Now they use all these social media prankers and these morons who are everywhere on social media. They're supposed to focus on what is happening to them as a race. They paid some of these fools. They are there doing prankers. Everything Igbo man doubles into becomes a mockery. Social media, see how they are attacking themselves. So this is something I know. Believe from here. Build a platform, all of them are there. At least the Radio Biafra we are talking about now, we build it from the scratch. This Radio Biafra is built by IPOB. We build it. That is why it's not nobody can corrupt it. That's why you cannot use this radio to mess up. Because it's only to call it our nuclear warheads. This is where we assemble. This is where we worship. This is where we praise Biafra. This platform we are talking about. This is where our people have been delivered and given information to protect themselves. This is what we are saying. These people did what they did, Igbo politicians, as evil. As evil. Look at them now. Fenika Yode just came out the other day, said that no Igbo politicians will come closer to the administration of his brother. Anywhere close. Because of what Igbo politicians did to themselves and to their own people. And believe me, who will have anything to do with Igbo politicians? Do they have representatives in abroad? Do you have any politician that they can send a delegate? Can they send a delegate? If you send Yoruba now to send delegates now to Washington, they will send delegates. If you ask Yorubas now to say Hausa man now, Hausa. If you ask them to send delegates, they will send delegates. If you ask the Fulanis to send delegates, they will send. But ask Ndibo now, who is their delegate? If the UN now ask them to come, let's discuss who would they send from their own end, apart from IPOB leadership. You see the reason why they want to destroy IPOB leadership. They want to destroy this structure, where somebody is using another man's flag to present as Biafran flag, using it to brainwash people. These are Igbo politicians. Making Igbo man who the colonial masters describe as great people. They put them now below even a Bini person. Onye Igbo na-agazi n'Enugu na-agazi na Lagos ya agafe ihe na-agagharị anya. Onye Igbo achịrị obi n'aka na-akpa, ụmụaka Igbo achịrị obi n'aka na-akpagharị here and there. Igbophobia everywhere in South Africa. The no Igbo politicians, they cannot organize themselves and stop killing, stop harassing Igbo people in South Africa. They can't do that. They see the news, they hear it. The Fulani played them, armed their own terrorists to the teeth, to be ransacking villages
and then turn around and pay Igbo money, paper money, paper money, paper money. They want money. They give them paper. Go and kill your own people. Go and disarm ESN. Go and mimic ESN. Go and bomb them. You want army, we will provide it for you. Now you see the Fulanis reintegrating their own, the so-called Boko Haram repentance. Providing job for them. But our own youth, see the number of our youth running away from Igbo land and seeking asylum in overseas here. You sometimes you start crying. You start crying. Say how many people left back home. And in the kind of law, do not even know what is happening around them. Our women, they make them to go and sing this. They will see a stranger, they will say, this is what the wickedness of Igbo politicians and their clergymen, they put in their high places. They will commit their crime, they will now go to clergymen. Have you ever asked, how come no pastor, no archbishop, nobody has condemned the killings, the mayhem of Ebubagu against our youth? Why are they not condemning it? Why are they not condemning it? This is what they have. They have decimated our population. They have destroyed the psyche of a young Igbo child. Both politically, religiously, everywhere they have emasculated us. All the things they did for 2023 amounts to nothing. Everything they did, they committed in our land. Soak our land with the blood of our youth. The blood of our youth, we are spilled. You can see it going into a gutter. Because you know you will not get to the power. You know you will not go to. Why decimating our youth? Why killing our youth? Why allowing our market to be burnt in Igbo land? You will see military man in front of a child. He will shoot and kill people. Our children mentally, psychologically destroyed. Do you know that nobody can be killed on the street here, either by motor accident or by anything? You are not allowed to expose that body on the street. Before 1 minute, everybody, that place is being cordoned off. Because they don't want the children to be psychologically, distorted. But these people will be shooting our women, our men, our children, our youth in front of a mother. A mother. Look at the one that happened in Anambra. Was it about a year ago or 8 months ago? A young boy. The mother. 2 of them were farming before the mother could return back from farm. The young boy was shot and killed by Fulani terrorists. You see a woman watching a grown-up son who went to farm with her. And Igbo politicians are looking at this. They are playing politics. You are playing politics in Igbo politics with the blood of your own people. Now, that you people cannot near his brothers because you people are traitors. Traitors to the core. This is what you have done to your people. This is what you have done to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All the alliance. Onyendume. It's only common Yoruba person that understand what we are going through. Only few of them, common, ordinary, not politicians, few of them understand it. And they never supported what their brother. But the brother was doing whatever he's doing for the interest of his people. Now, prepare for Nnamdi Yoruba manikeshi. They're politicians. I'm not talking about ordinary one on the street, like every one of us. You got who's no take a shot size spoon, Nigeria now. Now they are begging for ordinary Senate president. They are begging for it. And they didn't even get it. So all these things to know Nnamdi Kanu is for what?
na the only person they know. Because how many policies are going now? They know how to play it. They know how to play. They know how to play the politics. How may I go? They engage you to make sure that once an Anapro only do microphone no. Now they ask you to to go after IPOB. You go after IPOB, then they come after you. They come after you. And now the Kanu. Now can you look at it now? Now they are insulting you. Not only that they are insulting all of you, they are also insulting ordinary, hard-working Igbo man. This is what you did to yourself. You say it's a playing politics. Mazi, this is where I'm going to leave it for now. Except if you have any other thing you want me to talk about.
Of course. Because
it's heartbreaking.
The whole world is listening keenly. I am assuring you. All these atrocious acts of the Igbo politicians, most of the time we say it here, that like Mazi Zekuli, our veteran, said, that we have no Igbo politician. We have no politician in Igbo land. What we have are businessmen. He is completely right. All this selfishness, what you can get, nobody, none of them cares for the interests of the people. None. I say by none, nobody, none of them. You remember Nnamdi went and started singing praises to Wike for slaughtering Igbo Biafrans in Igbocha, in Obibo. He started praising him. Wike Kaigeso. Openly, without shame. Where are those people? Where are they today? The worst part of it is this. All these Igbo politicians, they are not ashamed. I'm telling you. They are not ashamed. Do you see this revolution that is stirring up in Biafra land? Mazi, some people think that it will be rosy. It will be bloody. Heavily bloody. Do you see all these people? They have been dealing with us right from Azikiwe to Kwabia. Because Azikiwe, when you made statement before, you said, no, let us not go too far. But let me take it a little bit further. Obedidon Azikiwe, the father of Azikiwe, formed Nigeria with Lugard, with the hope of building an empire for his son. That is utmost selfishness. And the British were laughing him. They look at a stupid man. They were using him. His son never made it to the post of power. Instead, he became a ceremonial president without no power. Deceiving, still, Azikiwe deceived. He didn't deceive the Hausa or Fulani or Yoruba. He deceived his people. I could remember. The powerful. Because that is a very big deception. Because of our sentiment, Mazi. That is why I used to say, Ndibo the primitive politically. Ndibo the primitive. I'm telling you. The primitive. I must not lie to you. Because when a people are unorganizable, everybody is looking for his own interest. What concern? Biaseka campaigned against, in favor of the slaughter of his brothers, his fellow brothers and sisters. He was internationally. And where is he today? Azikiwe turned against Ojukwu, turned against Biafra because of personal feud, personal quarrel with Ojukwu after even constructing Biafra anthem. That is why I say, Mazi, there is something terribly wrong. That is what IPOB has come to correct. About the way we see politics, Igbos. We should not be seeing this politics as a way of enrichment. That is why I say, do you see this Biafra restoration? Mazi, Biafra got the bloody. Look at what is going on. Even some agents, sleeper cell agents in IPOB. Most of them is about money. Look at how Mazi, do you know that in sometimes na social media as an Igbo man? Oh, he want to do his own so that he can raise fund. Because once anything about money, an average uncivilized, I call it uncivilized because when you are not a hardcore IPOB family member, you are simply a primate as an Igbo person. It doesn't matter their qualification, because you still have both that primitive character in you. It's a fact. But when you see a hardcore IPOB, is averagely civilized. He's doing something selflessly. It's not because he wants to gain something or money or anything, no. Because he wants to change the system for unborn generations. That is what we do. That is why when you see your comrade as a hardcore, now call him a saint. Saint Obakewo. Saint Doziem. That is who we should be, what we should be calling ourselves. Because indeed we met to go where. I'm telling you right from the beginning. And this is so annoying. Annoying is even an understatement. Upsetting understatement. I don't understand the right word. How all of a sudden we are, look at our people going on the street of Lagos now. You can be killed at any time.
At any given time.
At any given time.
Point.
Oh, just but just shout, oh my prick. This woman don't take my prick. They will kill you immediately. This is the direct effect of what all these criminals we call politicians are doing.
That's what they did. That's
exactly. The direct effect that is ricocheting in our lives, daily lives. And people expect us in order to come here, in order to laugh. Or when they see you broadcasting in your platform, that is how these people, I chop off their necks. I'm telling you. Because they put us into this character, uncivilized character of an average Igbo man, Igbo person, is what is putting us in this mess we are in. Very selfish, greed, everything involved. That is why even if they enter into political office, look, the same thing. They thought that it is a means of doing business. They can agree anything, including slaughtering their people, just for him to remain in the office or to go higher. It doesn't care. That is selfishness. We need to face the reality, and that is what we do here. At the beginning I say this platform is not palatable. If you want to listen to where they will praise you, hey woman, we are smart. Go simply close, stop listening to this platform. Go and start listening to maybe Wazobia and all this Anambra Broadcasting Corporation and all nonsense. Go and listen there, not here. Here we tell ourselves the truth. Because here all go to the extent that we need to react. We need to call a spade a spade. All these things for the sake of Igbo presidency 2023. Killing us. Proscription of IPOB by Igbo governors. It started from them. Operation Python dance to kill, decimated our people just in order to make sure that there is Igbo presidency 2023. Some of them openly said that if Igbo presidency, if they didn't zone the presidency to Igbo in 2023, that they will join IPOB. Where are they today? In shame. But they are shameless. These people, they need to be confronted. I'm telling you honestly. They are joking with the lives of our unborn children. Generations now and unborn children. Let's go Igbo. These useless Neanderthals we call politicians. Let's go Igbo. How can you now you allow people Foreigners, you give them go ahead order, or they tell you you throw your gun, and we will allow you. Gun, you need to defend yourself. That is IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they conspired in order to do the bidding of the caliphate, to remain in a political office, to the promise of Igbo presidency. Now they want to kill all of us, so that to do the bidding of the caliphate. Today, where are they? Even when an Igbo man came out, as you said, as you rightly said, none of them supported him. Now you now wonder, can you hear these people? Why are they mesmerizing with our lives and we keep quiet? Why? Why? It is something that we need to answer by actions. I'm telling you. It is something, if you are hearing my voice from the streets of Aba, from the communities in Anambra, in Enugu, in Imo, in Iguacha, everywhere in Biafra land, you need to know that the problem we are having are all these politicians you are praising and calling them Ndisi. These are the problems, the people tormenting your lives and our lives. They are nothing. They are the poisons that the caliphate have inserted in our land. That is the reality. We must confront them without fear. We must confront them. They have mesmerized with our lives for so long that we must confront them. Because if the caliphate wants to use them and they refuse, as I said before, do you remember when I think from 2015 overwhelmingly, when headsmen were on the rampage openly and everywhere, headsmen, did it make the northern governors or politicians, the Fulani politicians, to start punishing them or to invite army to kill them? No. Openly they were defending. From Zamfara to Matwell, Bauchi, to Sokoto, to Kaduna governors and senators, they are defending them. Oh, it is foreigners that are killing us. We are going to pay them. From there, they discovered this term, bandits, in order to stop the Fulani issue or terminology. It didn't stop. They continue now. It is gunmen. They never one day say kill them. Kill them. The same way these Igbo politicians are openly killing us. Why? Mazi, that how they are serving, our now colonial masters. Because for your information, the Fulani is trying to completely colonize everybody in Nigeria. That is it. So Mazi, you mentioned briefly of even the role of clergymen, the evil role they are playing in our land, and this religious idiocy. Even in the case of the whole Nigeria, I want to read, because not only Christian, let me read one news headline. Zamfara civil servants seek spiritual help over non-payment of salaries. Organize special prayers. Mazi. This is May 14th news, yesterday's news. Zamfara civil servants seek spiritual help over non-payment of salaries. Organize special prayers. Mazi, do you see what we are saying? How they use, because these foreign religions are playing directly to the benefit of our neo-colonialists. I am telling you, be it Arab or Europeans, directly, because they are enjoying it. The ruling class are enjoying it. Mazi, imagine that these people, if not this religious brainwashing, they will rise up and know that, look, it is not God that is stopping to pay your salaries. It is the government. And how do you do it? No, you come out in a constitutional lawful protest as a republic, because the people that are the government, the governors, the senators, those that are owing you, they are stealing the money. It is everybody's money for the public. But with religion, they tell them, look, I was listening to somebody, I say, so-called pastor. No, we should be praying for God to touch these politicians to do the right thing. Hey! Mazi no, that is look at the mindset our people have. We continue going to church, going to mosque to pray for the politicians to have a change of mind instead of rising up and doing something. Mazi, good. Mazi,
yeah, but let me just
go on.
Say one or two things, because even though that we've been restrained now from not somehow, because
Mazi, we are not restrained from saying what really happened. The way we cannot see what all these people are using religion doing, and we say, well, no, we cannot talk.
That is the
it
thing.
Is not restrained,
that is
please.
The reason why I said before, because some of them who do not understand the game or these two AUs against our people do not know. Some of anyone on one in the also is involved. We are in this mess altogether. It's only when you wear a shoe and the shoe start pinching you somehow, or you start to, the shoe start making you uncomfortable, you now have only one or two choices. Either you continue wearing that shoe and continue suffering in perpetual pain, or you say that this shoe is pinching me, I am no longer comfortable with it, I need to remove it and go with my bare foot. You cannot say because somebody gave you this shoe and it didn't cost you much, and at the same time it's killing you, and he said no, you have to continue wearing it. Now what we are saying is, if you look at one video that I played in that my broadcast, is that one, the video came out couple of just a day or the same day that I played it. It came out from home. And I take my time to listen to see the preacher man there, the pastor there, if he's an Igbo pastor. And he happens to be Igbo pastor, where a pastor, took a hold of a pregnant woman, a 9 months pregnant woman, using holy water and the holy, they call it holy water and olive oil, pouring it on her, throwing the woman on the ground, and the woman was rolling on the ground, and this pastor was saying to the girl or to her handlers there in the church that they should put her hand in her private part. And if you look at that video, the woman realized that if she didn't say anything, they would naked her with her big belly there as a pregnant woman before the public and videoing it. The woman sat there saying, don't touch it, don't touch, because the woman had the pastor said, open her private part. This is a pastor doing this to our women, doing this to our daughter, doing this to our mother, doing this to our wives, just to brainwash and put them in a sober as the politicians are doing their damage. Now, I have said this before, and I am saying this. Okay, since we believe we call ourselves all Christians in East, okay, why can't we use this platform? Bring ourselves together as Indinaga one particular heaven, to go and meet the person that's again with that. Use it for your own advantage when it comes to politics. Everybody when I'm walking all that we're buying the Ruku today. One line work organization and so therefore the news will spread everywhere. I see now can you tell it? But no, lo and behold, they fragmented them. When Buhari died here, it was only the Eastern pastors and the Reverend fathers were invited in Abuja to make the one wearing mask to be legitimate. Because as their members, as their followers will watch them sitting with this man, see how sophisticated these Fulanis are when it comes to politics. They invited these people. They know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have galvanized the whole East. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have galvanized the whole Nigerians. Now they are looking at the man who claimed to be Buhari as the one not to go. Now what Fulani did, they said, okay, the population of the people are much more in their so-called their belief. Now go and invite all the reverend fathers, all the bishop, invite them to Abuja. Let them be, let them surround this particular fake man, and and give them money. So they will now, the followers will believe that for the fact, Reverend Father, are you telling me that Reverend Father is there? Are you telling me Father Mbaka is there? Are you telling me or the other one, Bomoso is there? And you're telling me that man, there is not Buhari? You see how they fool them? Because that's how they want to make people to doubt that their pastor or their Reverend Father or their bishop cannot lie to them. Whatever he said to them, that's what it is in the zoo. But today, the Yoruba pastor have come out and announced to his congregation that Tinubu will fix Nigeria for them. And do you know how many millions that have watched that, have listened to that, and believing what their pastor said, because Tinubu is his brother? But Peter Obi went to Adoration Ground to campaign. The other one said he Oga Hapanyede.
They disgrace him. They disgrace him even.
They disgrace him. But to give microphone to a northerner, to a Fulani man, comfortably to announce and make his campaign. But his own brother was disgraced. Microphone was collected from him. And today he came back. He came back and said that Bruhaha, that you people should forgive us. I use this altar of God. We do Bruhaha, we do this. God forgive us. This is not what God wants us to do. Now, because they have used that platform to achieve their aim, the man they want has taken over. They played it. Do you see when Oyedipo, the first touch, to tell Fulani, because I said it before that this politics, this game is between Fulani and Yoruba. Now, politics completely. Do you see the very first time the Tinubu one Fulani is that I'm going to be the president of the zoo? You people have to allow me to. I will allow you to run the zoo without Buhari. Use the mask, whoever you want to be wearing the mask to run this country for to finish your 8 years tenure. But once it's that time, I will take over. And the Tinubu, he has his platform. He has his a nation newspaper, and also the other newspaper, this giant one. He gave them tip-off. It was Tinubu that he went and gave to his editors in nation newspaper comprehensive report about the death of Buhari. They didn't find it from heaven. They didn't pray and got it. It was Tinubu who had first-hand witness of Buhari. He went and gave them every details, and the man who is wearing the mask, and they publish it. Immediately, the Yoruba, the Tinubu's newspaper published that Jubril al-Sudani in Asro. Do you know that another platform they use to read it out? It was the mega pastor Yodipo. Do you see how they coordinated it? Well professional and coordinated it. The news will carry it. They know that a lot of people doesn't have money to go and buy nation newspaper and see what is in the newspaper. He put it there. And then, when he again the mega pastor who controls millions, and the man had done a church where they're streaming it live on social media. He read that particular section where they describe who is in Asrock when Buhari died, and the new person, and how the Jubril family came to Abuja negotiating for 10 years control of the Nigerian resources.
Mazi, do you know that that thing is to give the Fulani Caliphate the synopsis, the secret that they also that pastor, he know the secret, so anything he can get anything as a leverage. So
Mazi,
let them be careful.
Mazi, look at the result now. The result, isn't it what you're seeing today? Is it not what you're seeing today? Now, I am asking our people, I think I also, at the same time, I asked what is the mission of P2B in this thing? Was P2B an instrument to scuttle what we're doing? Was P2B used to water the moral of our people on the Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's agitation? What is his mission? I'm trying to figure that out on a personal note, because the way I'm looking at it is that now, P2B, you want to have the Archbishops of Canterbury. All this thing we are saying, if our people knows what they have, with what British did to us, then Anglican Church is support. Nobody should, our people should have boycotted Anglican Church in Nigeria. In Biafra land, across Nigeria, not in Nigeria, across Biafra land, they should have deserted Anglican Church. Because Anglican Church is owned by Britain. It is the same church. Can you never in Atoego and never to Archbishop of Canterbury? Archbishop of Canterbury wanted to never talk about the killings of Christians in the East. It never one day said about. Go and check the history. He has always endorsed Buhari, the Muslims. He has always endorsed the fake one. The fake one, Buhari died. The fake one came. Jubilee came. This guy welcomed him. But P2B went. They did what they did to Utopia. God knows what they told P2B. Then the same P2B went to number 10 Downing Street. And now, after the election, they rigged the election. Now, my question to P2B and the Archbishop of Canterbury, now they are saying that the election was not credible. Now, my question is, why didn't you now announce declare P2B the winner and let people who did not win the election go to court? Why didn't somebody who didn't win the election the merit and then ask the person who win the election to go to court? Where does that happen? Where does that happen? That will tell you the foolishness of politicians. That's why I'm asking, P2B, we want you to explain to us what happened. Why did you accept it to go to court? Why didn't they send Atiku and the Tinubu to court? Because you are the one that won the election. Why did they send you? Why did you accept it to go to court? Why you know in the right manner, Nigerians know that you won the election. But Archbishop of Canterbury was there. You see how they used our own people, used the clergymen. All of them, they kept silent. They used even clergymen to make sure, which I said that P2B was positioned because they know that our people will not involve themselves in this election, whether IPOB announce it or not. And our people have made up their mind they are not going to be involved in this election. As long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is where they kept him, they are not going to. They brought P2B, and I said it that time, and I made your broadcast on it, saying that P2B was called out to use it to pull our people to make this election legitimate, to legitimize this fraudulent election. They know who they want to give it. They know that P2B they will not give it to me. But just to make sure that eastern part of Nigeria participated in this election, which they have seen that they are not going to participate. So the only way to pull them out is to bring somebody who is also who is not even innocent. But they will be left with no other choice, because if P2B did not come out, or if P2B come out, our people did not come out and support and vote for him. Now they will say, you people didn't come out now. You didn't also, I couldn't see a new Igbo president. Now you people, Igbo president, I was telling somebody. You people did not come out and support him. You people did not vote. Did you see it? But they know they're not going to give it to him. Our people, IPOB leadership, as clever as the leadership are, we were able to unleash our people. We left our people on the list, go and do what you're supposed to do. They went unanimously, even to the set Obi won on a landline in Lagos. No Yoruba person is in support of what is happening. But what are they going to do? It is their brother at the same time. They know what these people did is wrong. But India, they hold accountable to what happens to us. It is our Igbo politicians and the clergymen, our pastors, who said that our people, if you don't go and vote, you will not take ordination. You will not take communion. You will not come to my church. Our people, our so-called clergymen and pastors, we are disenfranchising our people from even coming to church because of politics. And the Fulani play them, use them, useless our people. That's the hope of nearly 75 million people. That's everybody. Put us in throw us in the dustbin of history. Now look at Igbo man now in Nigeria today. Look at worthless. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there suffering for these people. They use him to play politics. They didn't got anything. They didn't got our people anything. They asked Nnamdi Kanu, quit what you're doing. They are let's do it the other way. Nnamdi Kanu asked them, what did you have from me? What can you do in Abuja? Then let's start from there. As no Okupalon, how would a pattern that's no pastor, nobody condemned it. Nobody condemned it. I form all these people make left, right, and center for 2023. Now they got nothing. Nothing in the end. And now, therefore, they push one to I wouldn't end with third class, I wouldn't end with fifth class, put one, I don't even know where they put us now in the zoo. All the whole effort of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. If not, now after they hold them, after the how she played it, after they decimated them in politics, decimated them in church, now they turn to IPOB. They start attacking IPOB, waging war. In the last 4 or 5 days, can't you see what they are doing? They will go and kill, they pin it on IPOB. They will go and kill, bring people in the prison. They parade them, they say this IPOB. The media everywhere, the Zoom media, the newspaper, everywhere IPOB. Because they have gotten the Igbo police decisions under control. They have gotten them under their foot. They have gotten them where they want them. They have forced them into corner. Now they have come after IPOB. The last line of defense. And we are here saying we are not